Lama Moon and Snalochinas Brennan as a bit flaky. Follow us right now on Twitter at School Live. Reading your tweets right now. One more tweet to go, Lama, right?
Okay, cool. Let's see.
One more tweet from Ujunior Mahela saying, if you work, I wish I'd known that. If you work Ekasi, you don't just work for your family.
Who do you work
for? Everyone. Those guys at the corner ask you for 2 rand every time you come back from work.
25 bob.
25 bob, 2 rand, and others take it to asking you 10 rand.
Or 50. Can you read one more?
One more tweet. I've got another one from Lelwa saying, I wish I had known that trusting God brings you so much favor and comfort. I had known that for the longest time. I'm so glad that you know.
And I'm sure that somebody at home wishes that they were watching this show. And if you have not told them, tell them now that the repeat is tomorrow morning between 7 and 8. Or if they've got data, they can hop onto YouTube. We are there on Cape Town TV. Right now, we are joined by a beautiful crowd of people from Pan African Mathematics Olympiad. When I hear the word Olympiad, I'm thinking Olympics.
Olympics, yeah.
Do you think the same?
I think the same. And I think maybe this one is a Mets version of that.
Whoa, that's a tough one. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
And who's going to take this one? What is PAMO?
PAMO is a mathematics competition for high school students in Africa. It's the Pan African Mathematics Olympiad. It's been going since sometime in the 1990s.
Yeah.
South Africa started taking part in 2000, and I'm the team leader, this is our deputy leader, and this is our wonderful team that's going to do us proud.
Yeah, what's the mission and vision of PAMO?
So the PAMO was established to mimic some other mathematics contests that are similar that already existed at the time. So the International Maths Olympiad, which is for students from all over the world, has happened since the 1960s.
Yes.
And PAMO was intended to be an African version of that specifically brings together high school students from Africa, specifically with an African focus and an African vision and an African...
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that everybody seated here is a mathematics whiz.
Student.
Okay, can I throw a question quickly? You with the teddy bear, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Danielle, and this is the bear's name is Chubby. He's our team mascot.
Is that your lucky charm?
Oh,
the whole team.
The whole team, okay. Since you're a Mets whiz, I want to know, 13 multiplied by 13 is what?
169.
Lama, I will never know that. It would take me 3 calculators.
No, you with the microphone, 11 multiplied by 11 is?
121.
No, did you guys practice this? No.
Okay, one more time. Pass the microphone to him. Take 5. Divided by 0. You got that? Pass the microphone. You add 10. Pass it. Pass it. Subtract 8. Subtract 8. Pass it. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask him. Pass it. Add 5. Multiplied by 2 minus 0. What's the answer? What's the answer?
It's actually undefined because you can't divide by 0.
Lama, can you ask me 2 times 2, please?
No, let's get to this. The South African team made us proud last year, both by PAMO and PAMO G. So there's PAMO G as well, okay? What have you guys done to ensure that you uphold the same standard year after year?
So Danielle is one of our veterans for last year. So
From PAMO and PAMO G.
Yeah.
So of course we need to practice throughout the whole year, and that includes we participate in other competitions, we go through old papers, we attend maths training camps, and we're attending a maths training camp. So that means we've had 9 hours of tests in the last 2 days. It's a bit much. So the main thing is just not stressing and focusing on the paper rather than the end result.
Yeah. I want to know who's taking part of this Olympiad for the first time. Yeah. Okay, most of you guys. I want to ask you, what made you decide to be part of this competition this year?
Well, it's just a really nice opportunity to represent your country. It's really nice to do something that you're good at.
Amazing. And also, you mentioned earlier on, there's PAMO and also there's PAMO G. What's the difference between the two?
So PAMO G was only introduced 3 or 4 years ago when the competition was held in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's the Pan African Mathematics Olympiad for girls, but it's not actually a separate contest.
Yeah.
It's got exactly the same questions. It's at exactly the same level of difficulty. It's exactly as prestigious. They just wanted to encourage the countries to focus more on, try to develop the girls to also to take part in the mathematics. So they added a stipulation that the teams had to consist of 3 boys and 3 girls.
Yeah.
But they write the same paper and they, everything's identical. It was just to try to encourage.
Yeah.
Deputy, speaking of writing papers, I understand that contestants, for them to be part of the team, they need to write 2 exams.
Yes.
What happens there?
So during the actual PAMO, the actual event, they have to write 2 separate exams on different days, and both of these exams are 4.5 hours long.
Both of them?
Both
So
of
that's
them.
8 hours.
9 hours together. 4.5.
My maths.
Yeah. The math.
I left it at school.
And each of the exams consists of 3 questions only, so 4.5 hours for 3 questions. And each question is just 7 marks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I want to know from you guys, how has being part of the Olympiad changed your life, your schooling career?
And of course, your perspective towards mathematics. Yeah.
I don't know, like it's kind of nice.
It's on.
I don't know, it's kind of nice to be seen on like interviews like this. That's like also a benefit. But like also, also it's nice to know that you've grown some way. You've done something that's actually made an impact on your life. Like maths is a very difficult subject, and to know at least you're trying, at least you're getting better. It's kind of a
Okay, let's go to number 1. I'm gonna call you by numbers because that's what you
Contestant
enjoy.
number 1.
You enjoy numbers. For school people who are at home and thinking, no, maths is not my thing. It's a difficult subject.
That was him in high school. I used to encourage him to take
What
it.
would you tell the younger me?
Okay, so I'd say first start early. When you have a concept that you don't fully understand, then it's best to just start learning it early.
What's
And
early? 6 months?
Just like
How old am I?
A grade before?
What's early?
I mean, like just however long you think it takes for
Okay,
you to
maybe the
get
first day
ready.
at school
Yeah.
of the term. Okay, cool. Carry on.
Okay, so after that, once you've learned it, it's good to do problems that use that technique, and then you have to have the solutions as well so you can see how it can be applied. And then after that, just keep practicing. Practice is so essential to excel in maths.
Yeah, amazing. I want to know, 13 other countries are taking part in this competition. Are you guys ready, and are you guys bringing it back home?
Well, they are like the best people coming from all over Africa.
Yeah.
So I think we're all a little bit nervous to take on this challenge. But we, as we've said, we've done lots of training for this, and we're just going to make the most of this opportunity and take whatever comes our way.
Speaking of competitions, who can participate, and are there any prizes to be won?
Okay, so different countries for the Pan African Mathematics Olympiad choose their contestants in different ways. In South Africa, the first stage to be selected for the participation is the South African Mathematics Olympiad, and anyone in high school in South Africa can take part in that. But then to actually get onto the PAMO team, you have to perform at a high level in each stage of the selection process. As for is there prizes, there's medals awarded to the students based on how well they perform, and then whether there's additional prizes on top of that depends on which country is hosting the competition. It's
And which country this is hosting?
this year it's in South Africa.
In South
It's going to be
So you better bring the gold. And good luck, all the best for the competition, and make us proud. And when you win, come back to Excel. I've got more mathematic questions for you. What's this angle? Which degrees is this?
100 and
Excel angle.
He doesn't know. I won. At least I won. Amanda Black with Amazulu is gonna take us home right now.
Yeah, 165.
Snada, thank you so much for hosting with me.
An honor, man.
My brain is frying.
Because we were asking hard questions of maths. 2 + 2 is equal to 5. I'm Arafia. Here's Amanda.